Welcome again, everyone, for this True Rating app invoicing session. Here we are going to show you how to register with True Rating app and how to create your first invoice. We will also create few products. So let's start with registration first. So this is our app, and you can click on the invoicing system. You can enter the company name. You can enter your email address, whichever is suppose this is I'm entering my email address. Let me try IRC World H International. I'm trying my invoice, but you have to enter your invoices. But you have to enter your, and I will let me enter the and do. So you have to enter your details, credential, and you can choose the medium. How did you got it? If nothing, you can't find anything, you can select the other. This is for a training session. So I'm selecting the other. Let me remove this. So once you do a registration, then you will come to this screen. Here you can update your contact details of your company, like 22022. So you can update your contact details, address line. This will be displayed on the invoice, so you have to update it properly. And so I can here, this is just for the testing, so I'm putting some dummy data, but in your case you have to supply the proper data. So 27 and the GST number, your GST number. If you don't have, you can leave the blank, but you can enter your GST number. So here I'm just entering it a dummy data, and your GST rate, composition scheme 1%, composition scheme GST. So I'm selecting the GST regular. You can insert, and this account will be be active till 24th of April. So I can click the submit. I updated. If I want to update the user detail, I can also go here and update my profile details, but I don't want to update it. Let's leave it as it is. So now we will go to the invoicing. Here we have a master. Actually, we have to create a supplier product warehouse, but I will just quickly show how you can create a first invoice within a less than a minute. So we will go to the create invoice section, and then as of now we don't have any product, any customer database, so we will create a new product. So the product we are creating is a mobile. Suppose if I'm selling a mobile, the model is M2. This is just a pure data is for the training purpose, but you can enter the actual data. And the mobile M2 and manufacturer, this is basically this 3-5 section is basically for your categorization of your product. So it will allow you to identify the product based on a specific category, but it is not necessary. You can also leave the blank. Product and model is mandatory, but rest of the things you can leave the blank. But it will allow, if you're entering, it will allow you to categorize the product. So you can enter the HSN code, you can enter the MRP, and your this is a buying price, and you can enter your selling price of the product. If you want to define a percentage, like if I want to give a 10% discount on the MRP, so you can just enter the 10% and automatically system will calculate. If you want to give a 25% or 50%, or system will automatically calculate. So I'm just giving a 10% discount on MRP, or I'm giving a 2% discount on the MRP. It will automatically calculate everything. I can enter the price, which is how do you sell, minimum selling price. The minimum selling price of the product should be 44,000. So good. The taxation rate, I selected taxation rate 18%. So you can also define the color and everything. Here the important thing is the track inventory. If you enable the track inventory, then it won't allow you to add the item into the invoice until it is added to your stock. So once it is added to your stock, then only you can sell that item. So for the time being, I'm just removing that. So now the track inventory is disabled. I close this, save and close. Now I will create a quick invoice. 1234 is the customer mobile number, and name of a new customer. And if he has a GST number, you can enter his GST number or PAN number if he has. And now If you have a barcode, you can also use the barcode scanner here. And now we will add the mobile. The moment I click MO, so it will automatically show you all the item related to mobile. I can add the item. Now it will allow me to add, because here there is no stock. I have disabled the inventory option, so that is the reason it is allowing me to. I'm receiving this payment through the card. You have a lot of option: cash, card, check, finance transfer, Paytm, coupon, cash plus bank pass plus NEFT, RTGS. You have multiple options. So so you can select. I am selecting the card, and then I can make a invoice. So the moment I click submit button, it will create an invoice. Now what we will do, we will go back to the invoice and we will create a new product. We will actually create a copy of the same product. So it is very easy to create a copy of the product. I will select this product. I select the product, the existing product. Now what I will do, I will create a new version of the mobile, which is M3. But for this, what I will do, I will enable the track inventory, insert new product. You can, when I click update, it will update my existing product. But if I'm clicking on the insert a new product and close, it will create a copy of the product with track inventory. Now M3. Now when I see mobile, you can see two product, but when I try to enter the M3, it is not allowing me to add it because it is not in my stock, because I have enabled the inventory for that product. Now I can go here, not found, add to stock. I can just quickly go here. Suppose if I am adding a 3 pieces, save and close. I added the 3 pieces. Now again I will try to add in a mobile M3, click on add. Now I can add the product. I can see there is 3 product in the stock. Similarly, I can use the same customer 123. The moment I put his mobile number, you are able to retrieve all the existing details of that particular customer. 3 livestock. Now this is also, I'm getting a payment through check. I can enter the check and I can enter the check number here. Blah blah blah. And bank, ICICI bank. We can enter the bank detail as well. I click the submit button, so it will create an invoice. It's created an invoice. So basically we created 2 invoice, one with enabling stock inventory, one without enabling. The product which was enabled with the stock inventory, for that we have to add a stock. So here, this is the master. We have a supplier master. We have to create a supplier, product, and the warehouse. So supplier, we have to enter the GST of the supplier, and test supplier. This is for testing. Test supplier, the code is test code. You can define as per your requirement. This is purely for your purpose. Suppose if you have a 2 multiplier or the same multiplier, but shipping is a different, and this thing is a different. So based on code, you can identify that this is the billing address and this is the shipping address. So suppose if one is Mumbai, so I can define. So now you can see test Mumbai and test Delhi. So based on that, I can, where is it, my Maharashtra, this is state code. So I enter the supplier. Now we have entered the supplier. We have already added the product. We have added 2 product. So I can see the product. I can also upload the image of the product, but this is for the higher version, not the basic version. Basic version user cannot upload the image. Now I can create one store where I'm doing the sell. str is my code. Store location, as store location I can define Borivali. It's Mumbai. So I created the store. Here I have created a simple store. Now we have defined all the required master details. We have created the invoice. We already have a managed customer. Like when we create an invoice, we have to identify the customer. So we have to add the customer. So that customer automatically added to your customer management database. Now we will create a key purchase invoice. We have a supplier, test supplier. We will enter the invoice number, bill date, receive date, credit days, 10 days credit I'm getting. Now I will enter the product, mobile M3. Use the tab. If you use a tab button, it will be very easy for entering and very fast. You can enter everything. So this is my buying price. I can add a discount, additional discount if I'm getting something on this. The moment I click add, it will add a 2 item. I'm paying this by check or NEFT. So I have added that I can specify any comment or bank name. So I'm paying, I can pay partial amount, I can pay full amount. If I'm paying partial amount, so I can pay full amount as well. I can pay full amount as well. I can, if I want, suppose by mistake, if I deleted something wrong, I can update, I can select here and I can update the details. I can update the details, check. I can pay the check, I can enter the check number and click on the submit button. This created the purchase invoice for the two. So now we made a sales invoice, we created a purchase invoice, we added a product in the master, we added the supplier. Now if I go to the inventory, basically two pieces of M3 we have added and three pieces of M3 initially we added, then we sold one piece, so total balance of mobile M3 stock is 4. So this is our inventory. I can go to the inventory, check what is the list of item I have and what is the total quantity. So here view sales, in the sales section we can see what is the invoices created, number of invoices created today, what is the total amount received, paid amount, due amount if there is. Similarly, I can also see the sold item for the day, what item I have sold today. So you can see all the list. Similarly, I can see the finance transaction. Here you can see the view transaction. In the view transaction, you will be able to see all the financial transaction purchases. So pay in is basically the amount which you received. Payout is basically you paid. So check card, check what type of transaction, sales, purchase, this is all the transaction. So total still we have a balance. So suppose if I want to add an expenses or additional transaction, pay in or pay out, you can simply make it from here cash. So business expenses, now I'm paying some expenses for electricity bill. Suppose I'm paying 1000 rupees Reliance electricity city. You can simply click here, you can add, oh this is pay out, actually I selected the wrong thing. Pay, you, I have added the 1000 rupees invoice, so I can see the transaction again. So I have added the in transaction, so it is 3200 now, 3200. So because I have made an in transaction of rupees 1000, so you can add any type of transaction here. If you by delete it, so I can, if I did something wrong, I can delete, click and go and delete button. So I can delete that transaction, but I don't want to delete. So you can delete here as well. Now here you have a campaign, you can send a promotional SMS, promotional email to your existing customer. You can just select and type, but this is also available for the higher version. So the basic version does not have any SMS. You have all the reporting picture, or you can see all the daily sales, purchase, all the reports, profit, monthly sales report, product, stock, all the reporting. You can go and the home page, you can see today's the date, GST R1, R2 and R3 data, what is R1 sales report, purchase, and what is the tax payable, receivable. You can see everything. So we checked everything: master, billing, invoicing, purchase, sales, inventory, finance transaction, adding transaction, updating product details, inventory. We checked everything. Hope you have enjoyed this, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you will be updated with our latest development and training sessions. Thank you very much for joining this session. Thank you.